What would a never-ending drum beat sound like, and how would it make you feel when listening to it? It's possible these were the thoughts of Jaki Liebezeit and Klaus of Can and Neu respectively, two of the most prominent groups to emerge from Germany in the 60s and 70s, and key exponents of Krautrock, a term used to describe the psychedelic and experimental style of rock born from social, political and artistic frustrations. Krautrock was stylistically expansive and diverse. It sought to incorporate and elaborate on many different styles of music, but one of its distinctive features was its stretched out and sparse compositions. One track that really encapsulates this is the opening cut from Neu's self-titled album Hallo Gallo, a psychedelic 10-minute track without conventional form. It's here that we find the answer to the question, what would a never-ending drum beat sound like? The Motorik drum beat. A repetitive, relentless beat that became increasingly prominent in the music of various Krautrock outfits. But why this beat specifically? What was so special about it? Well, the beat is given real impetus through the bass drum, which is played 3 times in a bar. The busy bass drum and the one snare note leave very little empty space, giving the feeling of constant motion. All this played in a stable 4/4 time signature lends the feeling of stability and direction. This excerpt from Zane Van Deusen's essay Krautrock, the obscure genre that changed the sound of rock, alludes to similar points. Neu's drummer Klaus became famous for his metronomic, pulsating rhythm that instilled a sublime sensation of restrained exhilaration, which received the name Motorik from music critics. Neu's music was a celebration of the freedom provided by the autobahn, as well as a frantic effort to escape the strictures of civic training. It had no discernible goal except to get lost in speed. Although Hallo Gallo is an ideal example of the Motorik beat, it didn't pioneer it. 2 years prior, in 1970, Can released their second album Soundtracks, and on the penultimate cut, Mother Sky, we can hear the Motorik beat once more, but not played ostinato like on Hallo Gallo. Although the percussive feel of the Motorik is always present throughout the track, Liebezeit adapts and improvises in places, making the beat reactive rather than passive. This is something he mentioned himself in a 2008 interview with The Independent. I can play a little bit like a machine, but the difference between a machine and me is that I can listen, I can hear, and I can react to the other musicians, which a machine cannot do. The machines Liebezeit mentions may refer to fellow contemporary German outfit Kraftwerk. The electronic innovators known for their use of synthesizers and sequencers released Autobahn in 1974, a record that overtly seeks to enforce the relationship between Krautrock and the experience of driving. As David Stubbs explains, an album that made the inspirational highway a household name all over the world. The album's 20-minute title track is pure Motorik music, complete with engine roars, wiper sounds and car horns, as well as synthesizers, which created an even more lush atmosphere than Neu's guitar work. Although the Motorik beat is widely recognized as being born in Germany, it was rapidly appearing in music elsewhere. We can hear an iteration of the Motorik beat on the Stooges' Down on the Street from 1970. It's theoretically a similar beat, but used totally differently. It's slower, meaner, and used as part of a track that is structured with verses and choruses. Perhaps this marks the Motorik beat's introduction to the larger dialogue of music, now open to reinterpretation and use in all kinds of genres. This quote from an interview Dinger did for Pop magazine neatly sums up the philosophy behind the Motorik beat. I have never called the beat the Motorik myself. That sounds more like a machine, and it was very much a human beat. It's a feeling, like a picture, like driving down a long road or lane. It is essentially about life, how you have to keep moving, get on and stay in motion, to be driven by the drive, breaking on through. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, then please like, share and subscribe. You can find links to my Facebook, Twitter and Patreon pages in the description if you want to support the channel. And if you have any suggestions for future video essays, please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your ideas. Thanks again.